and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Wrestlemania 37 preview. 2 nights, night 1, night 2. Night 1 will be the first time we've had live fans at the WWE show in 1 year plus, since Chamber last year, or some Raw since last year. It's amazing. We've come a long way. We still got a long way to go though. But what is that first bump going to be? I mean, when that first music hits, that first superstar comes out, that pop that's going to be 45,000 people is going to sound like 450,000 people. Who gets that pop? There's talk of it being Drew McIntyre. Because it's got to be a face. It's got to be a face going over. That first match out with fans, you've got to have a face come out first. You've got to have a fan favorite face win. So that pop, you have that pop. It's going to be 1 or 2 matches. It's either going to be the Smackdown Women's title or it's going to be the WWE Championship. I think it's going to be the Smackdown Women's title. I think Bianca Belair is going to come out first. I think just the pop of the crowd, that moment. I honestly think main event would be too big for her. At this point, she's still young. She's still rather, I don't say inexperienced, but, green when it comes to pops like that and being on that major stage. I think her facing Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title. I think this is the moment for her to kind of take off. Not that Sasha's heel, but she is kind of heel in this match. Now, one thing that helps that 2 out of the last 3 Manias, the SmackDown Women's title has changed. So I think Bianca comes out to that big old pop. That's going to gain her some fans because now people are cheering because they've not got a chance to cheer for her. She wins the match. You just migrated her up. So first match, SmackDown Women's title. I have Bianca Belair winning. It's hard to say what the next match will be because there's matches you don't think would go on second, but they might. So beyond that, I'm just going to run down the card. I'm not going in any particular order. Next up, I got the Tag Team Turmoil for the women's WWE Women's Tag Team titles. We have a 4-way Tag Team Turmoil match. For the number 1 contender to go on to face the champions on night 2. We have Lana and Naomi, Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, the Riott Squad, Natalya and Tamina. So I think Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke will win this. It's not going to be much. I think it's going to be like a 5-minute match. Next up we have the special tag match, Bad Bunny and Damien Priest versus John Morrison and The Miz. Oh my God. I know The Miz has this show. The idea of this match is to get mainstream media to talk about Bad Bunny being at WrestleMania versus The Miz. Oh, the host of The Miz and Mrs. on USA. Yeah, that's the point here. It'll do that. I think Bad Bunny and Damien Priest will get the victory here. I think Damien Priest is going to look strong. He's going to get the bulk of and then Bad Bunny will come in, do the bunny flop, and get a pin on 1, 2, 3 on The Miz. And that'll be all over the world. Next up, we have a steel cage match between Braun and Strowman and Shane McMahon because Shane McMahon called Braun Strowman stupid. Fuck. Why were you using the word stupid in 2021? Can you tell me that? I mean, we talk about other things that and WWE put out a press release of things that they could not say during WrestleMania. You would think stupid would be on there because that's insulting to people. But yeah, that's how this match began, is Shane called Braun stupid. Now, Shane McMahon is 4-2 at WrestleMania. His last match was 2 years ago. No, his last match was in October of 2019. His last in-ring match. So he hasn't wrestled in 1.5 years. Now he's in a steel cage match with Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman gets the victory there. I'm actually sort of looking forward to this next match. Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. I know it was kind of put together of everything that's went on in SmackDown over the last few weeks. They've kind of built up to this, but this is actually the 12th match that these two guys have had. Singles match. Rollins is 9-2 versus Cesaro. I think this is going to be just a fun little go out, put a show on, show us what you can do kind of match. Cesaro, one of the most talented guys in the ring. Can't talk to save his life. Just telling you, if he could cut a promo, he'd be first world champion right now. But he can't, and he's not. I think it's going to be a fun match. I got Seth Rollins getting the victory. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Titles on the line. We have champions The New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, versus AJ Styles and Omos. Whew. This is going to be a rough match to get through because I don't think Omos is going to be in ring shape. Big guy is just going to be like a tree. Now AJ is a 6-time TNA Tag Team Champion. He was Tag Team Champion with Kurt Angle back in 2012. So I'm not worried about AJ being a tag match, but yeah, against New Day, and with Omos on the side, it's almost a 2-on-1 handicap match. But I actually have AJ Styles and Omos winning this match. And then the main event, we have a rematch from Impact Slammiversary 2016. We have WWE Champion Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Yeah, you heard me right. A rematch of Slammiversary 2016. You know, I see stuff online all the time when AEW or Impact or Ring of Honor or somebody regurgitates a WWE match, or when they have two former WWE guys wrestle one another. And people are like, oh, they're just mocking off WWE, blah, blah, blah. But here you guys are, WWE is taking a match that happened at Impact and making it happen at WrestleMania. It's like, come on. And their big show, Slammiversary. But I know the idea was to get Bobby Lashley world champion, 16 years of trying, or 17 years of trying, 16, whatever it was. You know, Drew McIntyre had his WrestleMania moment last year with no fans. Drew McIntyre's whole entire WWE Championship run, no fans. I think this is the moment that they give back to Drew that he lost last year. I think going to WrestleMania in front of 45,000 people, winning the title, is going to give him his WrestleMania moment. They owe it to him. Not that they owe it to him, but I think they're going to give it to him. I think they do it here. The title's changed hands, the WWE title, in 7 of the last 8 WrestleManias. So it's precedent that it does happen. And then CM Punk comes out and challenges Drew McIntyre. Everybody wants Punk to come back. Why not, right? In front of fans, this would be the time to do it. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Just imagine that for a second. Or even the main event of night 2. We have Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns versus Edge. Whoever wins, and then freaking Punk comes out. Can you imagine Raw the next night? Holy hell. Alright, on the night 2. WrestleMania 37 night 2. First match, we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. If you could ask Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn 20 years ago, or whenever they started wrestling, 15 years ago. So 15 years ago would have been what? 2005? Yeah, 2005. If you would have said, guys, 2005, in 15 years, you're going to wrestle each other at WrestleMania, they both would be like, yeah, dude, you're stupid. But here they are. I think it's actually, I mean, it's one of those moments, you know, I watch these guys in 150-seat little auditorium in Ring of Honor. Now they're at WrestleMania, facing each other at WrestleMania. They've wrestled 46 singles matches. Zayn is 25-21 versus Owens in singles matches, going back to their very raw beginnings. I got Kevin Owens winning this. It's all about the conspiracy theory on Sami Zayn. And I think the match is they're going to go out there and go, dude, we're at WrestleMania, let's just go out and have fun with it. So Kevin Owens getting the victory. Next up, we have the U.S. title line. We have champion Riddle versus Sheamus. Kind of a thrown together, you know. Yeah, I mean, Riddle's cutting a promo backstage with Asuka, and yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Like, that is awesome. Stoner dude is awesome. During the last 7 title reigns, every other title reign has been 100 days. So they'll have a 100-day plus title reign, and then a, like, 30 to 50 day. 100 day, 30 to 50, 130 to 50. Riddle's at 42. The last one was like 30. So this is the one that should go over 100. So I got Riddle beating Sheamus here. The Fiend versus Randy Orton. What if for a minute the Fiend that returned at Fastlane, what if that's not Bray Wyatt the Fiend? What if that's Bo Dallas the Fiend? Hear me out. What if Randy killed the Fiend, lit him on fire? What if this is Bo Dallas coming out, and then during the match, Bray Wyatt Fiend comes out? So you have two Fiends, and then Randy's like losing his shit because he's seeing double, and then cowers off. It's about as dumb as the Fiend. I mean, hey, I hate the Fiend character. I just hate, you burned him out. You burned him in the ring. That should be done. But that was nasty, that Fiend that came out of Fastlane. So what if it is Bo Dallas? Who knows? Bo Dallas ain't doing nothing. Alright, next up we have the Intercontinental title on the line. Champion Big E versus Apollo Crews in the Nigerian drum match. And as Big E said on Tuesday on Busted Open Radio, I don't know what the hell the rules are. We don't know the rules of a Nigerian drum match. I mean, come on, people. Why make a match like this and not announce the rules immediately? Anyway, Big E is currently sitting at a 103-day Intercontinental title run. He's beat Apollo Crews 2 or 3 times now. This is the 3rd longest title run since November 2017. Apollo Crews finally wins the IC title at WrestleMania in the Nigerian drum match. A match I'm kind of looking forward to. Next up, we have the Raw Women's title on the line. We have champion Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Asuka has held the Raw Women's title 224 days, 3rd longest ever for this title. Now, Rhea Ripley. She is the only woman to win the NXT Women's title and the NXT Women's title and possibly the Raw Women's title. I think she does it. I think she beats Asuka. I think Rhea Ripley beats Asuka when the match is over. I either think on Monday Night Raw or at the end of the match, Io Shirai, Becky Lynch come out and challenge her. That's just my opinion. But I got Rhea Ripley beating Asuka. Then we have the WWE Women's Tag Team titles on the line. We have champion Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, who I am winning the Tag Team Turmoil match. Yeah, I got Nia and Shayna retaining. Main event, we got champion Roman Reigns versus the Rated R Superstar Edge versus Daniel Bryan. Reigns has held his title 218 days. Okay. For all of you people out there that have been all these memes online about Daniel Bryan crashing this match, there's one reason and one reason only that Daniel Bryan's in this match. To take the pin. As bad as Roman Reigns is looking right now, you are not going to let him get full pinned. Ain't going to happen. You can take the title off of somebody without that person getting pinned. It makes them look stronger. Hello, United States title, Riddle versus John Morrison versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley did not take the pin. We got the title off of him, and he went on to win the world title. Same way here. You have Edge pinned Daniel Bryan. Roman Reigns is like, I didn't get pinned. And then you can still build up to Roman Reigns and Rock at WrestleMania 38. Roman Reigns versus John Cena at WrestleMania 39. You can do those non-title, or you put the title back on him and do it. Then you got an automatic feud between Edge and Daniel Bryan. Or you have Edge telling Roman Reigns, challenging him to Money in the Bank or Backlash, saying that, yeah, I won the title, but I didn't pin you, and I really wanted to pin you. But yeah, I think Daniel Bryan only in this match to help. I mean, Edge has been away for a while. He had like 2 matches last year. He does not need to be working a 20-plus minute match. It takes a little bit of the workload off of Edge and Roman Reigns, but it also gives Edge someone else to pin. I think Edge wins this. So yeah, Edge pins Daniel Bryan, wins the Universal title. CM Punk comes out, and everything's happy in the world. I don't know about all that Punk shit. But yeah, I think that's the only reason in there. I think Edge wins. So I think we have new champions. We have a new IC title champion in Apollo Crews, a new Raw Women's champion in Rhea Ripley, a new Universal champion in Edge, a new WWE Heavyweight champion in Drew McIntyre, new Raw Tag champions in AJ and Omos, and a new SmackDown Women's champion in Bianca Belair. I think WrestleMania 37, the two-night spectacular, I think is going to be a reset for WWE. I think it's a chance to kind of hopefully try to build some new stars, but yet kind of reset some things, kind of reshuffle the deck, and move forward. Definitely hoping it all happens. Hoping 2 great shows. Can't wait to check out night 2 of NXT TakeOver. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the review of NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver. I'll have that up as soon as I'm finished watching it. Shout out to my buddy Quad for that shirt. Him and his lovely wife. Love his shirt. If y'all can't see it that well, Stone Cold versus Shawn for WrestleMania. Yeah, them were the days, weren't they? Yeah, belt stars. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.